I've won and lost against the best. This old road's been a hell of a test. I'm still driving, I ain't slowing down. There's rules I'd love to break and bend, mistakes I've made again and again. But I tell you this, my friends, I'm still around. I hit it hard, man, so far, man. No laying up, no holding back. Ain't afraid of nothing, it's a natural fact. I hit it long, man, till it's gone, man. Keep taking chances, living large. I hit it hard.
How's it going, everyone, and welcome back to Average Goats. This is going to be Season 1, Episode 3. I'm Pappy, alongside with Michael and Joel Hanger. Gentlemen, top of the afternoon to you. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Happy St. Patty's Day. Great day to talk about some golf.
Absolutely. The golf season is in full swing. And I see Michael wore his best green for St. Patrick's today. What is that? It's blue on blue on blue?
I believe that's
With
what it's
tan
called.
pants.
Yeah.
Brown shoes?
Brown shoes.
Shocking.
Yep.
Anyways, what a weekend it was, the Players' Championship. Again, the story is the 17th hole, I think, for the way it started on Thursday and Friday with that back leftish pin placement. I remember reading something the first day, 35 balls in the water, some big numbers. It was very exciting. What are your guys' thoughts of what we just watched?
I thought Thursday was great to watch those guys struggle on 17 with all those balls getting dunked. Back pin, playing aggressive, firm green, and just got carried away. What's even better when that first one goes in is watching the balls from the drop area go in. I absolutely find it so fascinating.
Yeah, the back part of that green started getting so firm, and guys just couldn't hold it back there besides Adam Scott. So you saw Kevin Na put 3 of them in the water, 1 in the water off the tee, and
And then he decided to be done.
2 more in the water off
Kevin
the drop
Na,
area.
I'm out.
And then he WDs after he signs his card and moves on.
Another
At least he signed it, right?
right.
He did.
He didn't Gomez it.
Yeah, he didn't pull a
Sign your
Gomez.
name to it at least. Yeah. What I couldn't get over was once you go in the water once, especially where that pin was, you could see when you go to the drop zone. I actually thought that was the mistake of going to the drop zone.
I was surprised you didn't see more people re-tee.
They
It's
kept
an
talking about it.
angle, but once you go long and it's firm, how do you go after that pin again? And I mean, you know it's firm. You can see that the grass is kind of browning out. It's shiny at least, and they just kept going for it after it over and over and over and over again, and plunk. I mean, I don't remember you were at that many big numbers in the same day. Usually it's like the one guy. There we go, background music. But usually there's that one guy that has that number per day, and it was like, nope, hold my beer and watch this. I'm going to make a big number too.
Well, yeah. It was Thursday. Somebody made an 11 there, right?
Yes.
Him.
Yeah.
Sungjae, yeah.
Yeah. Because then he called himself out on Twitter.
Twitter.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah, that was
Golf
classic.
Channel had a post, and
Yeah.
then he's like, raised his hand.
Yeah.
I'll tag myself as the buddy who would make that score there
Yeah.
because I just did it a couple hours ago.
Yeah.
But that was interesting, yeah, that they kept going after it from the drop zone even.
Well, and
Crazy.
I'm sure everybody saw the post by Ian Poulter, where they were sitting in the players' lounge afterwards having a meal, and him, Stenson, Rory, and Tyrell said they all 4 went plus 29 on the hole combined.
No, round for the day.
Yeah, for the day,
Not on that, just that hole.
just that hole.
No. That was their entire rounds.
Is it? We'll have to go to the film on this.
Yeah.
I just
Stenson
thought it
was plus 13 or 14 over himself
And
for the
tournament?
round. He had like a quad there. So
I
the
just-
rest of the guys were 25? No. It was for the whole round.
I really thought it was just cool that he pulled it. Look it up real quick, but I thought it was cool that he kind of pulled the curtain back. You saw him in the players' lounge hanging out, and they're just all there having a
They're drinking Cokes.
Diet
I
Coke,
thought it was great.
Diet Coke, and they're just making fun of themselves.
Yeah.
And I was just like, you know what? That's average goats,
That
because
is
that's what
average
we're
goats.
doing. We're busting chops on the patio like, hey, you remember that shot you hit on 8?
Yeah.
What the heck were you thinking? Oh, I thought I could have pulled it off. There was an opening up there. No, there wasn't.
Yeah.
You suck.
Yeah, that's right.
And
We're
it
talking about the D players all coming in for, do they keep it under 500 or something like that, or 400,
And these are all guys that have won, some of them have won majors, other, at least tournaments, and it was, they're all Ryder Cup. It was funny to watch that, and I thought it was a really cool look to see, like I said, the curtain kind of pulled back, and you see these guys more in a natural setting.
Yeah, it was great. I was surprised that, had I shot the numbers that they did, I definitely wouldn't have had a Coke in hand. There would have been something a little stiffer.
Yeah, but to their the way they're thinking of it is, I'm gonna get a good night's rest. I'm gonna grind it out tomorrow. I'm gonna still make this cut somehow. They're thinking it's what went the biggest purse ever because they had last year's money plus this year's money. It was an insane amount of money. So everybody was trying anything they could to get into the weekend to
Yeah.
cash a paycheck.
It was further around.
Yeah.
My bad.
Thank you.
Wah,
bad.
wah. Try one of those sound making buttons.
One for Michael.
Yeah, we are advancing this show every week, folks.
Stepping it up.
We have noises now.
It's fascinating that you thought it was plus 29 for the hole, though.
It was,
I mean-
35 balls in the
Come
hole.
on.
You're talking 10 over per guy.
Per guy.
Come on, guy.
Well, 30 divided by 4 is not 10 each.
I thought
Close enough.
Yeah, again, I'm from Illinois, public school. All right, math's not my forte, but I don't cheat like Patrick Reed. But I thought it was really interesting the way some of the other holes on the course became. 11 almost seemed like a real pivotal hole with JT's eagle, but all week guys were kind of getting eagles there, making birdies. That's not an easy hole.
Yeah.
I thought it was 9 was kind of pivotal. I think that's pretty cool too. That kind of goes underestimated with that course. Par 5, par 4, par 5.
Yeah. Yeah, those holes were crucial. Get in the right position off the tee so you can make a crack at it.
But when I saw Sergio on Sunday in the bushes left on 10,
That was-
I started sweating.
You remind you of yourself?
That's where I was. And I was I'm texting my one buddy. I'm like, that's where I was. He goes, I know. I was there with you.
and then he just flubbed it out into the bunker, right?
I mean, that's
Yeah.
really all he was
That's all
going to do,
about
right?
all he had.
Yeah.
I don't know how he would have made good enough contact as
I
thick
thought
as
he
it
was-
was around him.
So
to
that's
get
why
that green
he's on
stuff.
TV and I'm not. So I try to go for it somehow. Like hit this draw out of there, out of this like hibiscus slash like hosta plant and
Did the ball advance?
oh yeah. But then it was like Phil shot tree, and it wasn't 4 feet. It was 100 yards
Yeah.
down this. Yeah, it was gone. But
Did you see Phil's bank
that
shot?
was awesome.
That was cool.
I liked how
The
him and
the
Charles
conversation,
Howell,
yeah, was
him
pretty
and-
cool.
It was they're
Yeah.
back and forth. Yep, for sure. What were you guys' thought of the final round? And I thought it was really cool that we had Westwood, Bryson DeChambeau, part deux,
Yeah.
and them in the last group. What were you guys' thoughts of how the final round went?
It was great. I was pulling for anybody but DeChambeau. Of course, I put that out there on the Facebook page, but it's nice to see that happen. Two guys playing consistent, as opposed to just who knows whose grab it is that next week. But Lee, I thought, played okay. He made some mistakes early, as we noticed, but I didn't think he played as aggressive as he should have down the stretch on 17. I mean, those guys are playing like they had a 2-shot lead as opposed to chasing 1 for Lee and 2 for Bryson. I know that's a tough pin, but Brian Harn was the only guy to go at the pin. So are you going for the win? Are you going for second place, third place? What are we doing here? And I was tickled to see JT take that with my FanDuel bet on him. So
They both played pretty aggressive off 4.
yeah,
Yeah, let's.
Those
get
are
to that.
average ghost
Let's get
moments
to-
right
so
there.
that's why I think Lee Westwood almost was kind of gun shy later on in the round was because of what happened on
Yeah.
4. That
yeah.
was so- and-
He said after the round that he didn't know whether it was going left or right, and he knew. I don't know
Says
how this
his-
happens. He says, "I know I'm going to have a left ball, and I know I'm going to have a right ball, but I just don't know when it's coming." Well,
Sounds like the rest of
two-way
us.
miss.
Yeah, I know exactly.
Welcome
how
to the
that
club,
feels,
yeah.
right?
He says he didn't have his legs. His legs were real shaky, is what he said.
So could you imagine having that double way miss like we all do, and he's playing? What did he end up with? $1.6 million. Could you imagine playing with that kind of pressure?
What the heck?
Why didn't he have his legs? Is the real interesting. I mean,
don't
him
know.
and Helen get after it that morning, or what? Because
Wow.
he's a professional golfer. He walks all these rounds.
Someone has tapped into the private whiskey stock already.
I mean, seriously, why doesn't he have his legs? He's a
Well,
professional.
Yeah, but he just played all that other. He just played.
I think
long
he was
into the
nervous.
weekend.
I
No
think he was
excuses.
nervous.
You think he was so at 47 years old? This would have been his biggest tournament by far. Still doesn't have the major. They
Yeah.
consider this the 5th major. Is he Colin Montgomery?
Yeah, I think he got nervous.
Could be. I don't know.
He says he doesn't care, but
I mean, you're not. You care.
yeah,
I mean, he looks pretty relaxed out there.
he does. He looks like he has a good time.
If I'm playing for $2, I care.
Yeah. I did get a kick out of Helen laughing when Bryson was complaining on that one shot. She's walking away. You kind of catch the camera.
He's
she's
complaining about the
smiling.
bounce.
Yeah. But how about that half topper he hit on 4? That was entertaining.
What is a half topper?
I don't
didn't
know.
even
That's
that
what I
came
heard
with
them
it.
calling it on
Right.
TV. I mean, you either top it or you don't top it, right?
I mean, that's the
I wish
tough
my
part.
tops went 100 yards.
Yeah, at that ball speed.
Yeah.
That's the tough part about hitting like a 3-wood or a hybrid off the tee. You run the chance of hitting a top ball.
I mean, then
At
the
least
next
for us
one.
average guys.
Then the next one, he's lucky that was still able to be playable for
That was the
Atlanta.
club's fault.
Yeah.
Well, I told you guys the story last week about the raccoon stealing my food, and it was right there on that road into the trees, like I told you, off the green, like 40, 50
4?
feet. Yeah. And now I'm watching it, and I'm like, oh my! And my wife kind of elbows me, and she's like, "Hey, is that where the raccoon stole your stuff when you were really hungover?" I'm like, "Yep." And he's over there chunking it out of the straw, and yeah, it was pretty crazy. But I mean, let's. You brought up Justin Thomas winning you some money on FanDuel. I guess I'll just pat myself on the back because you guys don't want to bring it up. I believe I picked him. If we want to go back to the tape, did I pick him last week as the winner?
We'll have to check the tape. I believe you did. But
I
we'll
checked
check
it.
Yeah, you and Michael always seem to pick like top 10 players for your picks for the week, and
Top
Joel's
10
picking-
players of the
Joel's
week.
picking Lee Westwood.
The guy's been in a slump. I think the story's really good.
Well, Lee Westwood was, had a great year last year. He was second place last week, and you pick him this week. You act like
Yeah.
he's
Right.
not top. I mean, come on.
You don't pick
Come on.
chalk. You didn't pick the front
yeah,
runner.
Yeah.
But no, I think after the year Justin Thomas has had, he had the dust up over there with the camera on him and using some bad language on TV and losing his grandfather, who's like one of his best friends, and the teacher to the teacher, his father, that whole family story. There's a picture of him afterwards just sitting like on the deck
Yeah.
or like off the edge of a platform, just like collecting himself and taking the moment in and just reflecting over the last several months. Thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, I did think that was a cool moment, too. I think that was right around when Helen brought the flag over.
Yeah.
But I thought that was really neat to just see him kind of
By
by himself
himself.
taking it all in. You know, his girlfriend could have easily been there or family, but he's just taking it all in. So
Yeah, so Helen, Westwood's fiance, who's the caddy, I'm watching that, and she's like, she asked something to Westwood, and he's like, yeah. And she's taking the flag and the flag stick, and I'm like,
I was wondering
what
the same
is
thing.
going on? Tell me he's putting this on his wall. Second place,
Yeah.
1.6 million winner.
I thought the
Hey,
same
JT,
thing. I was
can
like,
you sign this for me so we can take it home?
I'm like, why is she taking the flag stick?
Yeah, but how cool and classy was that when
Oh,
she
it's
brings it
great.
over to him, and she's just like,
Well, that she's even thinking about it,
Right.
to ask Westwood to do it. Yeah, no, that was great.
should we bring this over to Justin? He's just like, I think he was kind of like
Taken back.
taken back by it, and was it was just.
She may have whispered, "Hey, this would have been yours if you'd hit a better shot on 17."
We'll talk about that tonight.
Yeah, yeah. You'd have had some nuts on 17 and went after that flag. This could have been yours, Lee.
3-whack.
Maybe that's why she's not on for Augusta. Who knows?
I thought it was cool too when they were interviewing Thomas afterwards and asking him about his ball striking. I thought your boy Chambalet was going to offer him like a over the pants handy.
think he was
like, oh
was
my God, I
trying.
had notebooks and legal pads
Oh, yeah, I
full
was
of
ready to
notes.
go, ready
it was
to
the
go.
best ball striking round ever. Oh my, Justin. I was just like, can someone grab him in that pop-up
And
chair
he's
and throw
like-
his ass in the water?
He's like leaning forward in
Yeah.
the chair.
Yeah. He's like, oh, you're like a bottle of wine. You're good at 10 years old, but oh my God, in 20 more years with your ball striking, you're going to be the best grapes in a bottle ever. I was just like, oh my, get this guy out of here.
Yeah,
But it was a good ball striking.
it was a
round.
great day.
And
It was. He was hitting like missiles off the tees.
Did
I
you
mean,
hear his whole story about the last shot on 18,
the
he
iron
was
shot
over
or
it?
the drive?
the iron shot?
Yeah, that he was thinking about it because he heard somebody say it on 17.
He heard the roar on 17 or the murmurs of someone putting, and he says when he's setting it at the top, he's thinking, "Oh man, I wonder who that was and what putt did they miss?"
Yeah,
And he was like, "I'm better than that. I got to walk off of that." And it was really cool, in-depth look of the process of what they go through is similar to an average goat and what we deal with, on a weekly when we're slamming the trunk. Like, I can't believe I let that get away from me.
yeah.
He could have missed the little left goes in the water. He could have been in those mobiles to the right of the green and couldn't have been able to get a chip close. It would have been
Yeah.
a lot different story, but it would have been pretty cool to get 18 of 18 greens there.
That would have
Yeah.
been solid. I mean, granted, he's 2 inches off the fucking green, but
Yeah. And then that whole, you were saying missiles, a couple of those, he hit that tee shot on 16.
Yeah,
I
Slow
thought that was
draw.
spectacular.
I mean, I hit that as a normal shot typically my first 4 or 5 holes, but he was hitting it on command.
It was insane. It was very impressive.
No, that was a great shot.
Mine
To-
goes.
to-
Mine goes a little more uncontrolled left.
Yeah.
We call that like a duck hook.
Yeah, snapper.
Snipe. You ever hear someone say sniping?
Toe
I'm like,
ball.
what?
Yours is off the toe,
Yeah.
not the center like his.
Oh.
But hearing him describe that shot after the round was great. You know, that he's explaining to us what he's doing. He said that that's normally with that tee position and the wind was into him that day. So he said, I can't get over these trees with the normal cut that he likes to hit. So he's like, I got to go the other way, and I just want to get on the ground and chase it. And boy, did he, 60 yards on the ground.
I mean, that was a good shot, but the next shot was even better.
Oh, I thought that shot was great. That was
Yeah.
his 5-wood, right?
He was.
You guys got a 5-wood in the bag?
I do.
I hit it too high.
I do.
Yeah.
No, it was impressive, and we don't have to get into how I picked the winner and what this means for my yearly total. We'll get to that at a different time. We'll update that sheet.
It's a
But
late.
final
Well,
thoughts.
Luckily, Westwood went home with some money, so I can't be.
You did stay in the game.
I'm still in the game. Michael's just
I
got to
need
pick
a
a winner.
miracle.
It's
I need a
definitely
miracle.
Michael, the cooler hanger for now. You got to go on. Yeah, you're definitely.
You
gonna
guys
have to go on
pick
a heater.
these winners. I'll just take the FanDuel winner.
So this
each
is like Wolf, right? The person that's in last now gets to pick first every week.
Correct. Well, yeah, we'll definitely do that. I like that idea. But final thoughts of the tournament, but more importantly, we kind of talked about it. I need to get you guys on air. We're going to do a trip down there, and we're going to play Sawgrass.
Yes.
I think it would be a blast. I think you guys would love it. It's easily top 3-5 that I've played.
Yeah, no, I'd love it for sure. I love watching the tournament every year, so I'd love to play it.
So
I didn't think the package that one of you sent was that bad price wise.
Not for staying and playing.
For a
Not for
hotel,
staying,
for a
playing.
hotel, stay and pay?
$719, I think they were asking.
right.
I'm sure you got to pay a caddy fee, right?
Yeah, you're going to have to do that, but they'll let you do a cart. You could do a 4 caddy.
I mean,
So-
with some courses though, like isn't like Pebble up to like $700-800 just for the round of golf? That's not even a stay.
Right.
So
Yeah.
for a stay, that's not
Well,
too
I
bad.
thought they said that this is up there for most expensive rounds that you can get for sure, but
Oh, I'm sure.
Well, I'm not saying it's cheap. I'm just saying for being able to get one night stay plus the round of golf.
yeah, I think they threw a breakfast in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A
no,
little
it was
Holiday
a
Inn,
good
little
deal.
Cereal, box
Yeah.
of cereal.
the hard Danish. Well, moving forward, we kind of talked about this last week that we were going to start having some guests on from the region and from maybe parts close to the border in Illinois, talking local golf and kind of what's going on in the local scene. And one of the places I think everybody in the area by now is familiar. I know their theme is, the hidden gem of Northwest Indiana is a place called Sandy Pines Golf Club. It's down in DeMott, Indiana. It's a beautiful course. Everybody loves it. It kind of gives you a feel of like being in Georgia or the Carolinas with the tall pines. They've done an unbelievable job down there in recent years, even after the initial renovation and rebuild that they did. We're going to be talking to a young lady by the name of Lauren Williams. She's the new director of golf down there, and kind of ask her what's going on down at Sandy Pines and what we can look forward to in 2021.
Yeah, let's get her on the horn.
Hello.
Hello, Lauren.
Hi. Yes.
Hi, this is Michael with Michael Hanger, Average Goats here. I got Joel and Mike Papanaw. Pappy,
Hello, guys. Yeah.
Hey, Lauren.
welcome to the show. Thanks for joining us. We just
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
yeah, absolutely, and congratulations again on the new director of golf role for you there at Sandy Pines.
Thank you. I'm very excited.
I don't blame you. So we just want to ask you a few questions about the course, the role, and what can we look forward to down there in 2021. So
Yeah. Absolutely.
go ahead, Pappy.
Hey, Lauren, thanks for joining with us. First question was late last fall, I was able to sneak down there and play, and I saw you guys had redone the 6th tee box and done like a champion style tier tee, dug that one pond out bigger probably to get some fill to build those tee boxes, and
Yeah.
I was made aware that you guys were gonna, I believe, make some changes to your 4th green as well, and I was wondering if you could just kind of go over what everything's been done, kind of change up the course the last several months of last season and this season, and what everybody can expect when they come down to Sandy Pines this year.
Sure. So they actually did quite a bit of work through the holes 4, 5, and 6. Still working on it now. So Greg Hanstra and our superintendent, Carrie Jeffries, have really done a great job redesigning those holes. On hole 4, I'll just kind of start there and work through those holes. So on hole 4, they're still, like I said, in the process of redoing that green. So it's going to be a little bit more of a kidney shape similar to the green 12 that you'll see at Pebble Beach. And they've taken the traps out of the sides on that green. There were some smaller traps on the left and the right-hand side, and those are going to be more of a collection area, and it's elevated. That green is kind of flat, and that's going to be up elevated, 5-6 feet up. Have a couple, like a two-tier feel to it. Like I said, that nice kidney shape. So it's going to test the short game a little bit. But that water used to come out in front of the green a little farther. That's not going to come out quite as far. So they're working on hopefully having that fully opened by May 1st. Right now we still have a temporary green out there, but it's looking really good. They've been laying sod and working hard all week long. So we're excited about that. And then when you move on to hole 5, which they did finish this last year, you'll notice around the green, they extended it about 30 yards behind the back of the green. There didn't used to be a whole lot back there other than cart paths, so they kind of pushed that cart path back and put some more of that runoff area on the back side of that green. And then the fairway bunker that used to come out into the middle of the fairway, they've actually taken some of that out on the front part of that bunker, but it'll still come into play off of your shot on the tee. So it looks really nice there as well. And then hole 6, like you mentioned, they added the 2 additional elevated tee areas. They did a lot of tree trimming this fall through that whole area. But they also did end up, I don't know if you mentioned, but they put in a new green on 6 as well. So we have 2 new greens, and this one is expected to open on April 10th. So they were able to finish that last fall. So the layup shots are going to be anywhere from 180 to 220 yards off those new tee boxes. And the green, that green before, it had a lot of slope to it, but we didn't have a lot of pin position options. So now it's got 3 different levels on that green. And they took some traps out and, again, put in more of a collection area off to the left, and there's still the 1 trap on the right-hand side. So kind of a risk-reward hole off of the tee, depending on if you're a long ball hitter or not. And then I'll throw in one more change that they've made that looks really nice. They took the cart path out around 8 green and pushed it back a little bit. It kind of came into play around the green, so they've taken that back around the trees, and it looks really nice. So those are the biggest changes, and we're pretty excited about all of those.
That's a lot of changes. It sounds like
It
that's
is.
good off season.
I've never had much
Yeah.
reward on hole 6 going for the green.
That's a tough
No.
one. What's that going to be from the back tee station now? If you want to try to go for it.
Man, I think they were going to get a fresh measurement on that. It's still not very far off of the tee.
Probably
Andy
just the
was
angle.
saying it was going to be about 250 off the tee. They had to be able to get to the front of the green. But they were going to go out and get a fresh measurement on it for the updated scorecard. So.
Okay.
So just going back to that green on 6, the changes, you said it's 3 tiers. Where have they added then some green space or kind of moved it around?
Yeah, so with taking the bunker off on the left-hand side, they've added some green space there, and then it comes down into that collection area comes up to the front a little bit more.
So is the back
But-
right where it was pitched real steep where the ball would roll back down, is that still there, or did that get flattened out for
No,
like another tier?
it's completely reshaped, yeah. And I think the problem was, like you said, you hit that back right spot. You couldn't do anything back there. The ball just funneled all the way down to that front left side, no
Yeah.
matter where you hit that green.
Made me
So
feel
it's
good,
gonna
like I
be-
could
they're
spin a
gonna
golf
have a
ball.
Yeah, they're going to have a lot more options with pin position. It's still going to be a challenging green. They didn't want to take that aspect away from it, but
Well, if
at
you
least
ever
be able to
played,
use more of that area.
Michael, you wouldn't feel the same way if you ever played in the Bring Your Best in the fall down there, because they would like to put that pin back right,
Ugh.
and you'd putt up to it, and it would come back to you. You'd putt up to it, but you'd get the hang of it, so you just go past the hole, maybe get it on the way back if you didn't make it on the way
Give
up.
yourself 2
Right, 2 for the price of 1.
I've seen some people do that before playing in scrambles. Aim for it, let it come back.
Yeah. So, like, looking forward to the 2021 season, what do you see for, any big challenges heading your way with the new position and everything that's going on down at Sandy Pines?
I think with anything, there's going to be any change. There's going to be growing pains for us. But we have had so much support. this will be my 12th year at Sandy Pines, so I'm very familiar with the community, the members, even our guests, and we've just felt tremendous support. People are really excited. I have my other co-director. There's two of us in the position, Andy Simpson, and we just work really well together. He's in here re-gripping clubs and making sure everything's running smoothly, and we just, like I said, we have a really good balance. We're bringing in a bag drop, which is new for us. I think that might be our biggest challenge up front, just getting the hang of that, training the staff properly, getting people used to that when they come here. But we're looking at that as an added service, for our guests and just moving it up a level.
Well, very exciting bag drop. Everybody needs to know that there's a gratuity with that. Don't be, cheap
don't just drop
Northwest
it off.
Indiana region people.
Yeah. Speaking of bag drop, and just curious, Lauren, what's in your bag for this coming golf season?
Oh goodness, we've been meeting with all these reps, and I've got some old clothes. I'm still hitting my Nikes.
Oh, my
Oh, you
gosh.
can't blame me though. I'm
Yeah,
a huge
that-
Nike fan.
Slingshots?
No,
No, they're not. No, they're the combos.
Pro combos or
But-
VR pros.
Yeah.
great
And
set of
then,
irons. I don't
we
blame you.
had I've had them for so long, it's hard to think. But we had the Bettinardi rep here this morning, and I was embarrassed to tell him my $39 Ray Cook putter, and he's like, "You got to come up. You got to come up and see us and get
Yeah.
fit for
Oh,
a putter."
Dane Brown will be there in a hurry if
Yeah.
he knows you got Bettinardi's.
Might be able to just go to his house and get
Yeah.
fitted.
So he's gonna come back. Our Bettinardi rep, he's gonna come back and do a fitting day here on June 25th. So we're gonna have Callaway here doing his fitting day in April. We've got Mizuno set up for May. Like I said, the Bettinardi day will be in June 25th. So just give an opportunity to actually hit some of those clubs and get a feel for what's out there on the market. So.
Well, if you're looking to update those Nikes, Mizuno makes a great product as well.
Yeah, I have our demo set should be here any day. He sent that out last week, so I'm kind of excited about that.
Yeah, like butter.
Yeah.
Notice that they're not bringing in Wilsons, so we don't have to worry about insulting Wilson again.
No.
No, I don't think we have any Wilson.
Oh, okay.
I have some. It's been. I guess you could say that was a challenge. We were, opening up new accounts and getting ourselves established in the shop here and bringing in some fresh new merchandise. But it's been fun. Meeting with the reps and learning more. We've got some new equipment on the way. And, you guys know how much golf took off last year, and everything is just taking a while to get in, but we're doing our best.
Joel, do you have a question?
Yeah, Lauren, what are some upcoming events? I know you mentioned some of the fitting days and stuff like that, but what are some upcoming big events going on at Sandy Pines so people can know and get them on their calendar?
Yeah, a lot of our events are already up on our website on the events tab. Really the biggest one that we host in the fall is our Bring Your Best. We're going to plan on, we're still going to do that. We're going to be hosting some high school, Lake Central events. We do have the boys regional, so those will be, I know people can't participate in those, but we're excited about that because that gets the younger generations, exposed to golf and exposed to Sandy Pines. And so we'll have, like I said, Lake Central in May. We'll have the boys regional in June. And then with our facility, it gets kind of tricky because our weddings are so popular here. So we have a handful of events, but we're really looking to host, more Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Bert Valenkamp puts on a huge 2-day event in May. That's probably our biggest. Last year he had Jim Cornelius in here from the Blackhawks both days to open up with the national anthem. So we're looking forward to seeing him again this year as long as he doesn't have any conflicts. So.
Do you see more of your outings and stuff going to like a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday type versus the weekends?
Yeah, that's what our plan is.
Okay.
So our weekends are going to be lots of open tee times for
Nice.
open golf, which I think is great.
Yeah.
I mean, that's when people want to golf anyways on the weekends, and we don't want to have to limit our weekend play. Not that we don't love having the outings as well and being a part of the community. It's with the pavilion being booked for the weddings, it really works out well for everyone that way.
And then tee times, Lauren, are you guys completely on the website where you got to go make a
No,
tee
you
time?
can call. No,
Okay.
you can call the pro shop.
Okay.
Now the phone it seems to be very busy, and so if we're not answering, it's probably because there's somebody already, they're already on the phone. So the best way is always check online at sandypinescc.com. Super simple. It looks the tee time there. You can even create a profile. It'll save your information. You don't have to put it in every time. But yeah, calling the shop works as well.
What can we expect tee time intervals this year?
We're every 10 minutes.
Every 10?
Yeah, we're working, pretty hard with our starters and our rangers bringing in. We've kind of brought in a mission statement this year to operate among the finest golf destinations in the United States, and that starts with, being greeted and treated with prompt, friendly service as soon as you set foot on Sandy Pines. So that starts with my bag drop. That starts with the starters, the rangers, and just being very informative and outgoing. And you can expect to have really good communication up when you get here.
So, real quick, lastly, Lauren, you kind of mentioned earlier about last year, golf took off. It was really popular, and you guys are kind of setting up for a big year this year. With COVID and everything, what do you kind of foresee for the 2021 season? We just heard the options about how to make a tee time, so obviously it sounds like it's going to be pretty busy down there. So I would probably suggest if you're planning on Sandy Pines, plan ahead early and get a book tee time early. But what else do you see in the future for this season?
I think, like you said, having a tee time is really important, and that it helps everybody. The staff, we don't like to tell people no, you can't play, but unfortunately, we might get in that situation. So booking that tee time is going to be important. We just want, things are changing just a little bit. Like I said, Andy and I, we've been here a while, but we're looking, to be more organized, to communicate better. So just being patient with us as we get the hang of this director of golf position, and we just want everybody to feel very welcome and comfortable when they have a fun, relaxing experience at Sandy Pines.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds fantastic. Can't wait for this weather to turn, for the good, for good for the summer and that, and get down there at Sandy Pines like everybody that we talked to here. I just want to say thank you again for coming out with us. Appreciate you giving us some of your time, and I'll let Joel, Michael, you got anything to add?
I don't have anything. I appreciate the time, Lauren. Thanks for chatting with us.
Thanks, Lauren.
No,
Appreciate
thanks
it.
for asking me. Yep, thank you,
Yep,
guys.
Good luck.
Best of luck this year.
Thank you. We'll see you soon.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye.
And that was Lauren Williams.
Yeah, that was good.
New director down there at Sandy Pines in Des Moines, Indiana, and that was a lot of information, but I think it was really necessary. Like we said before, it's like one of the places that everybody kind of talks about at every different little club or little muni, hey, did you get down to Sandy Pines yet this year, and what's going on down there?
I think the biggest hurdle every year for them and for me personally has always been just length of the round. I mean, it always seemed to take a little bit longer to play down there. I mean, it is a nice course, but it kind of was one of the big things. And I think with her saying that they need to go to 10-minute, stick to a 10-minute tee time is a really good thing to stick to.
Yeah, I've always enjoyed the golf course. I think it's great. They do a great job of taking care of it. Tip-top shape usually. Greens roll nice. Pace of play usually in the past has always been my big hang-up. This kind of takes a little bit longer. Part of that challenge is we're not local either. So if you're local, you can tolerate it a little bit more. But being 30, 40 minutes away, you got that drive to get back home after your round. So it's kind of like, all right, let's get going. But some really exciting changes, it sounds like, on those 4, 5, 6th holes. That might actually speed up play just a little bit there because you got 3 shorter holes. You're waiting for some of the bombers. I think they're going to hit it and then just top it, that little half-top Bryson shot. If that back tee station on 6, it's probably going to look a little different, so maybe guys don't go for it. Or it could be the opposite, where now they feel like they got more room and they can bang it up there. But some of those little small things that she talks about might already take care of that. Having a bag drop, starters and forcing things, just slows people down just enough that by the time they get to the tee box, they're ready to rock and you got good separation.
Right. I get it. Like, people want to get in and get their rounds done, but at the same time, I think that place, just from being in the business a little bit more, you get people out there and you're like, you know what, I'm treating myself to this nicer round. I'm not paying, you know, the 25, 30 bucks to play the hodgepodge, wherever it is. And I'm going to take my time. I'm going to enjoy this. Plus, you got to remember, we're average goats. That's probably one of the tougher courses people are going to play during the season. So,
True.
you know, they got the Oakmont, Perch, you know, Church Pew bunkers on a couple holes. They got a
Couple
couple of those-
houses.
yeah, a couple houses, a couple of those pop bunkers on 8, you know, where she was saying that they moved the cart path. I mean, when they first put those new pop bunkers in, it was like, that's up to my nipples. How am I supposed to hit the ball over that?
Yeah.
I have nipples, Greg.
Yeah, easy. It's just a game focker.
No, that's interesting. I'm curious to see what that looks like with that cart path, because
It did
if you
come into
blocked it-
play.
If you blocked it right and you hit that path, you're screwed. But
And there was a bunch of pine trees. They must have went
so
into the
that's
pine
insane.
trees.
They must have just
Split
hit
them
it in
there?
the trees, and kind of bring it back to the back right corner. I'm hoping, but yeah, we'll have to see it this year. We'll get down there, we'll play,
Oh,
we'll
yeah.
share some pictures, and
Surprised we didn't see it. They didn't do any practice green renovations.
yeah, that's like their staple. They love that thing.
Do they?
Yeah.
you got to practice for the old hole 6, right? Now that they've
Yeah,
changed
well,
it up.
yeah.
Two tiers.
Yeah, in case you get one that sticks in the.
Well, didn't
Divot up top.
does the driving range down there have another practice?
I don't know if they put
I-
one in down there. I don't remember seeing one when I was there last fall.
That was definitely a nice addition to that place, adding a driving range.
It is. It's absolutely yes. But to any average goats out there that are ever going to buy a golf course, buy a driving range, or build one, here's the little rule of thumb: you don't build one facing west, because in the morning you're hitting into the sun.
Sun.
You don't. You always build your driving range where your golfers are hitting north.
I think
That's
they
the
were a
rule of
little
thumb.
limited there on what they could do.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I'm
Doesn't-
not saying they
that-
did it wrong.
That faces
It's-
the east, I think, right?
Faces the east.
Oh, I'm sorry. Faces the east. Yeah, where the sun comes up.
Yeah.
Sorry, I forgot about that whole
No, good
sun
news.
comes up east west. But
Yeah, yeah. Good. No, good tip there though, because
yeah, want to face the north.
Might
Yeah.
build a golf course someday, right?
I'm already looking at land.
it's great around here that we hit into the north out at the Ush, because
When we get a
that
Chicago
strong
north
wind off the
wind.
lake and the ball.
Yeah,
that
goes nowhere.
Limited flight goes about 40, 50, 60.
Yeah, I hit driver to the green flag. What's the green flag according to the board over there? Ooh, 128. Okay.
Solid little stinger.
Man. So moving on, we got this week's tournament. We're looking at the Honda Classic. I like it because of the bear trap, and I know a lot of people, golf might not be the first thing on their mind with March Madness. Go Illini, they're going to win it all.
They look good in the tournament.
Yeah,
I'll
they
give you
did.
that.
Yeah, just don't be just make it past the first weekend. That's all I need right now. Just survive in advance. But Honda Classic, I like the bear trap. You know those holes 15, 16,
Water.
17, water. And I think it's a pretty cool little course. Par 70 and still over 7,000 yards, so it'll play tough for the guys. What are your guys' first thoughts about the tournament coming up? Who you like, who you don't like, and who are you going to put some money on this week?
Well, I just saw that Kepka was in the field this week. I was surprised
Really?
by that. Yeah, Chase Kepka.
Oh,
Not Brooksy, huh?
Oh,
Brooksy's
hit another
still-
button.
Oh, another laugh.
Oh, different button, same sound. Oh, yeah, play that one. You had me. I thought Kink Neck Bad Knee Boy wasn't going to play. So
But yeah, I don't know why. I think Chase played in this tournament last year or the year prior, so he'd get another crack at it.
I must have an in on those sponsor exemptions.
Yeah.
Cool story we were kind of talking about it off air. Monday qualifier, Eric Compton, 2-time heart transplant recipient. I'm a big Eric Compton fan.
I like him.
I think it's a great story. I watched one interview with him one time explaining about his heart was starting to fail him the first transplant. He could tell, and he was on the way to the hospital. And he had to call his mom, and pretty much tell him, "Hey, I'm going in. It doesn't look good. It's the
End of the
feeling
road.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm sorry. I love you. Blah blah blah." It was pretty unbelievable piece of. The interview was it definitely gives you goosebumps. But I'm a big Eric Compton fan. Obviously, I can't wait to see what he does this weekend. I wish him the best. And Monday league or Monday morning qualifying, that's pretty cool.
You gotta go low, man.
You got to go low. And the guys that do that, like the guy you'll hear like at the end of the year, this guy Monday qualified 3 times. You're like, could you just make the cut and do us all a favor? Because you're giving us all like anxiety.
Do we know what he shot?
I
in that?
don't. I assume
Monday
he
round
shot under
qualifier?
65 if I had to take a stab.
Yeah,
But
I
I
don't
don't-
even know where the qualifier was
don't even
this
know
time,
what it
but
was.
yeah, it
Hey
was.
Google. Hey Google.
We're gonna throw it to the Google machine.
Yeah.
Show us your googliness.
Side note on
Yeah.
other content. Did you watch the ESPN Augusta special? I know you sent
Yeah,
Something
I
like-
did last night. The one in November, they called it, or one in November. I was very disappointed.
Yeah.
The only saving part of it was Masters footage, so that was good. But overall, I just thought it was slapped together. We
kinda,
can put this
yeah.
together, and we're gonna give you in-depth look of stuff you've never seen. So they opened the door to the champions room, and there's
And
like
you didn't go in there.
yeah, and there's someone sitting there. It was Craig Stadler. And you're like, oh, okay, this is going to be cool. And then Marco Mira and Tiger Woods walk by, and you're like, this is really cool. And then they cut away, and they're following, the lead usher or bus or
I don't
whatever
even
they
know.
call
I
them.
don't even think they knew where they were going.
No, because of COVID, they had to spread them out more.
Oh, okay.
Because the one part of it, Tiger's like, this is kind of weird. It's usually there.
Yeah.
You could tell he is a man of routine. Once he's off his routine, watch out.
Yeah.
But no, I thought they would get. Been telling you guys this for a while now. I wanted more in depth on what goes into the course. I mean, they had their little commercial with the guys planting, the guys and
Magnolias.
gals planting the flower. Well, those are
Miracle.
miracles, yeah, for
Miracles.
around the United States logo thing.
Yeah.
But a more in depth look on what goes into the maintenance aspect would have been cool. How their volunteers would have got cut because that was the height of the COVID regulations. And I think the golf world needs it to help us educate golfers and average goats and the trunk slammers on the weekends what goes into maintaining and caring for a
A
golf
pristine
course.
course like that.
Just
yeah.
any golf course
Yeah.
in general.
Right.
Yeah, so no, that was pretty disappointing, that whole thing. But you should watch it.
I haven't caught it yet.
Shocker.
But
Do you even have ESPN?
Have to check.
the Ocho. I watch my dodgeball.
Yo, chill.
But yeah, so the Honda Classic here, Jack redid it in 2002. I didn't know this either. 83, the Ryder Cup was there. 87, they had a PGA Championship there. It's a pretty tough course, like I said, par 70, still playing at like 7,100 yards. Who do you guys like this week?
Just a lot of water. Gosh,
So much water.
so much.
And we should defer to Michael and let him pick first. Since,
Correct.
I
Michael
think
gets
it's
to go
actually Joel's
first.
turn to pick first.
No, we
you're-
let
Oh,
we let
since
the
I'm in
loser.
dead
we let
last
the dead
out of
last
three.
person pick.
He said
Man.
let Wolf go.
I don't know. This is a tough one. I certainly wouldn't expect Westwood to continue his great play, especially with the tired legs. But some guys that have historically played well here. Ricky normally plays pretty well here, although his game's been in shambles lately.
Keith Mitchell is Keith.
Keimer is in the field. I don't know what he's played in lately, and had success or done well, but he usually plays pretty well here, Martin Keimer.
Are you making a pick?
I'm gonna go. I think Doug Gim this week is going to bounce back from Sunday's poor round.
Arlington Heights boy.
Doug Gim, he's gonna bounce back from. Was that on your list, Pappy?
No,
You just can't believe I picked Doug Gim.
pretty much. You can have him.
Ricky's my backup.
He
but
went to Illinois, right? Did he go to Illinois?
No,
No.
no.
Just from Arlington Heights.
yeah.
I was gonna pick him.
Illinois likes to go for like
I think he's-
Europeans and stuff.
I think he's gonna
Thomas
bounce back from
Peters.
Sunday's round.
So okay, well you brought up Ricky Fowler, and the more and more this goes on, it's not really funny to joke around with it anymore. For me, I feel kind of bad for him, and
Are you picking
So you're
Ricky
going
Fowler?
no, I really think too. Like
I feel bad for him, but I'm not picking him.
I really feel. I mean, this thing Michael brought up a couple weeks ago about getting married.
It's really starting to sink in, isn't it?
Like, and then you start to look for it more in your own life, and you're like, no. But no, I'm going. St. Patrick's Day. We're gonna get into the whiskeys here in a little bit. I'm going with my guy, Shane Lowry.
Oh,
Saw his name kind of up and down on the leaderboard last week, and I'm gonna tell you right now, little tidbit when you're putting your own money on the line this week. Pick some guys in the field that play well at the Open Championship, because this place is windy and it's got a lot of water. So whatever it is that they need to get it over there, they're going to need a little bit of that moxie on this course. So I'm going Shane Lowry. This week is my pick to click.
I'm gonna go. I'm between Matt Wallace and Russell Henley.
So which one is it?
Pick a third one. Neither of those are good. Pick a third one.
I'm gonna go Russell Henley.
You're not going to go Lee Westwood again? You don't think it gets back-to-back good weeks?
I think he misses.
I almost should get 2 picks this week, just to try to claw back at the gap I am.
You can
behind.
have it as long as it's Ricky Fowler.
All right, let's go. Give me Doug Gim and Ricky Fowler this
Okay.
week. That's
But if any of them miss the cut, you lose $50,000 off your yearly total.
I'm so low. I might be willing to take that.
All right, we're gonna give you Ricky and Gim. We got that. I got Shane.
One
And,
thing I want to go back to, just to get you guys' quick thoughts, not to totally change the subject backwards, but she said they're throwing Bettinardi's in the shop down there. What's your thoughts on Bettinardi putters?
Oh gosh.
You ever,
Well, my boy Dane Brown really loves them. He's been up to the studio about
oh yeah, custom fitter.
40,000 times. I don't know how many Bettinardis he has, but I don't know. I've only putted with one, and granted it was a over-the-counter type of putter, but
Oh no.
I know it's not the exact same thing.
I mean, no offense to Bernardi, they're fantastic, and I grew up. How would you say today on St. Patrick's Day? A stone's throw away from from their factory. And I'm going to tell you right now, so when they got hot, they kind of went with Hogan Golf, and they came out with like those Hawks, and everybody was, oh, what are you going to do? You know, mashed potatoes with that thing. That was a really good putter, but I have one. It's one of their originals from there. Not going to go into the story how I got it. It is sweet. And I wish I could find out a way to have them redo like the honeycomb finish on the face, because it's kind of worn, because it is like one of their first models.
So that's the putter you use regularly?
Oh, no,
of course not.
No. It's like a duckbill, kind of like the old Phil Mickelson, flat blade with the rounded back on it. I think it's like the B8 or the BB8, I think is the one they...
8802.
Sure.
The Wilson,
And,
the Wilson 8802 was
No,
like
not
the
a
Wilson.
Wilson. No. Wolf,
I know.
Whelp.
I'm talking about the shape.
Don't say whelp in front of Bears fans right now with the whole Russell Wilson tweet.
Is it like the Scotty Cameron Napa? like-
kind of closer to the Del Mar?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, I know
yeah,
what you're talking about.
Yeah, but not as
Got four of
beefy
those.
in the back end as the Belmar. Not so much junk in the trunk, as they say.
Sorry to throw everybody off.
I think
just
it's
was
worth it.
curious.
I should
Well,
show
they
you.
were the first ones that kind of came out with the theory: if you're going to spend $500, $400 on a driver, why aren't you doing this on a putter where you're
Right.
going to use it
Correct.
more? And that was their
Right.
whole line of thinking.
And get fit.
It was
Get
a
fitted.
passion of this guy where he could mill it out of a whole one block and mill
Yep.
it into one piece, and they're fantastic.
I own one, and I don't like it whatsoever. The ball,
like I said, it's an over the
hitting with
counter
a hammer.
It's an over the counter
But-
one.
Yeah, I mean something like that. It's more custom fit. You got to go through. Yeah,
You got to do the process.
yeah. I just got lucky. The one I have is like perfect for me.
Yeah.
It's just
It's kind of like me.
it's my fast green putter.
I obviously want to go out to the Cameron studio and do the whole fitting.
Do the whole shebang.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry to throw us off there, but
No, I think that was a great question, and maybe we can get them on one day. I think that would go really far. You know what? We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna send Michael to go to Bettinardi and get
Door
the proper
knocking.
fitting.
no, I'll take Dane in there. Dane Brown.
Dane
can
knows
join
them
me.
personally.
He'll get us in there.
Well, there you go. I'm just gonna go and drink
could-
some beers and watch.
Yeah, surely he'd love to get custom fit for another putter.
Oh,
June
yeah.
won't care.
June will
Yeah,
love
I'm not only average goat on the course, I'm average goat in the deep pocket avenue too. So the whole fitting thing, I don't know if I'm in that realm, but
Oh, I'm
I like
definitely,
that
I'm
idea.
definitely not in that.
We'll get you in there. We're gonna get you in there, and then we'll just snag one. I'll create the diversion. You go, run.
I don't think that'd be good for our new business here.
it. So we got our
Wait,
picks.
this thing's on.
So we got our picks.
Yep, we are all good on that, and just want to tell you, it's back-to-back weeks, 100 employees on their staff. If you were wondering about the GCSA facts.
I was worried about that. Yeah.
Director of Agronomy is Jeremy Lockhart. He's got one super on that course, one assistant, one equipment manager, 100 employees, and 6 volunteers this week because of COVID stuff. And like I said, par 35, 35, 71, 25 in yardage, 67 bunkers on the course, and 15 holes with water in play. So like we said, water. Pretty crazy, but 100 employees. What do you think the lunchroom looks like? Like, where does
They got to have
It's
different
like high
lunch
school?
break times.
You're fourth. You're fourth, but
Your
you're
B,
A
your
and
C
you're
lunch.
B, and then
Yeah.
you're AC. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unbelievable what that must look like. But so going into this, getting into the St. Patrick's Day feeling, getting the vibes going today, we thought we'd do a little thing where we have Joel and Michael blind taste some whiskeys from Pappy's,
Private stock.
saloon.
What's
Dang.
the basement called? What do you call your basement?
It's Club Torch, because I torched everything down there.
Did you?
Yeah. And
Smells
then
like a nice little burn.
And then, well, yeah, it's like you're just partying inside the oak-treated barrels of these tasty treats. And but I got like this 19th hole sign up there too as like a joke, because everybody's bar's got to be the 19th
Yeah.
hole, right?
This makes sense, right?
Yeah, it's kind of funny to me. So we're gonna get some cups going here, and we'll see what you guys think.
Do we have to close our eyes or look away while you?
Yeah,
make
look
these
away.
pours?
Just look
Do
away.
the-
We don't have to close our eyes.
I thought he poured.
Hey, it's gonna be
Gotta
like
do the Van Huffine
no.
look away.
You're gonna do the Tommy Boy. Can I open my eyes, Dad? Can I open my eyes? I told you not to close your eyes.
While you're
So
pouring
yeah, while I'm
those,
pouring this
Well-
stuff, why don't you talk what's on TV there?
we'll talk about Tiger making it back home, which is great, I think, for his recovery, right? Close to home. Of course, Joel's texting. What the?
Yeah, I mean it's great that he's back home. Can start his recovery there. I'm sure he's got his local, not local, but his
His own peeps.
his own people, his own doctors, his own rehab people that he can work with, and
I guess this would mean that they're not anticipating any infection in the early going then, which is nice, right?
so was it a total of 3 weeks then that he was in the hospital approximately? I think
Probably been
3.
28 days, 4 weeks, I would gather.
Yeah.
It's cheating as usual.
So one was Jameson.
You knew that was going to be
Well
one
done.
of them.
Here you
right?
go,
It's-
Joel.
It's St. Patty's Day.
Joel, grab those, and you guys okay with just using the same cup if it's yours, or no? You want different cups?
No, it's, we can,
We can use all one
We're-
cup.
All right.
those
So-
are both yours?
These are both mine.
No.
Those your skis?
No.
Both of them?
So we're gonna pour this. We're gonna pour this
You're gonna drink it.
a different one in
Yeah,
here.
you-
Doesn't that alter the taste?
Okay.
No,
that's
we're
fine.
not. No,
We got plenty of
let's-
cups.
We don't need to be
Yeah,
wasteful.
come on.
Ready?
Yeah, this is the first.
Oh,
the first.
yep.
First one.
Happy St. Patrick's Day, boys.
Happy St. Patty's Day. Here's my green. Not too shabby.
All right, pass them back. I know Joel wants.
So-
some. We got Joel here, and we'll put Michael in the middle.
So-
right.
Are we starting with the higher end, lower end of the spectrum?
There's no such thing as a low-end Irish whiskey. Okay.
Where?
So bad. So how many balls do you think you would lose at Sawgrass?
I don't know.
I'd say. Three.
Depends if I got the Lee Westwood left-right mix going or if I got some ball control.
We got Joel here. and we
My
got-
wedge game similar to JT's most days.
I feel like I would probably lose 4.
Hit a lot of greens. Don't make a lot of putts.
I feel like 4 would be a
4.
4.
I'd take the over.
I would too, but
Okay, so the first whiskey, what'd you guys think? It obviously was the original, the good stuff, Jameson Irish. What'd you guys think?
It's good.
it was good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Are you guys big JMO fans?
No, don't do too much Jameson, but it was
No?
good.
I like it sometimes with a little ginger ale. I always get yelled at when I do it by the older guard, like, you can't do that to whiskey. But they call it a dirty ginger. It's pretty tasty. It's refreshing
Yeah,
some days.
all the old guys say that, but it's
Yep.
like, dude, I still have taste buds.
Yeah, right?
I don't drink.
I don't
whiskey.
hate my body that much
Yeah,
just yet.
yeah.
All right, this is the next one. What do you guys think?
This one's probably not going to be as good. A little more burn.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the good stuff. That's the single malt right there.
A little more burn.
Yeah? All right, I got one more. Can we do one more?
Sure.
All right.
Jameson was better than that one.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Give me a new cup. Give me a new cup.
Hey, we didn't think we'd be able to get Joel to do that. We got see, that's the good stuff. That's the stuff you guys will be drinking with me sooner or later.
So see, again, I'm not like, I don't know much about these. So is that like something you're just supposed to sip, and I just basically took a shot of it?
It wasn't a shot. These aren't big pours.
Just a small sip.
Yeah, sipping, right?
Yeah,
Sip-
that's a
call-
sip.
They call that a sipper,
I don't.
right?
I like it in the
You
fall.
like a big cube, or
I
you
like
like
it in
it
the
no
fall.
cube?
I like it. See, that's where I'm a cheater. I'll do like crushed ice into the and everybody's
All
like, oh,
right.
it dilutes it
Because
too
it
much, but-
melted a little bit.
I'm a
Yeah.
big cube guy. I like the bigger cubes.
Yeah, I did just get some of those.
Because I like
rocks.
beverages that are cold. Yeah, those
The
are
rocks.
good.
We're gonna
The
so we're gonna
Stones and
start.
stuff?
Yeah, with the
Yeah.
stones, we're gonna start putting that in the bourbons.
But I like drinks cold. I just don't like them warm. You know.
And
you could've
this
chilled
one's
'em.
just going to be the Jameson Caskmates, the IPA. So they put that in like an IPA barrel and they let it sit for a while. It's pretty good stuff. I like that stuff too.
Yeah, that one's good.
Yeah?
That one's better than that.
Oh, you guys don't
Second
like the
one?
old man stuff? Oh, man, I'm not going to tell you. You gave that to me for Christmas, but I love the guy for it.
Yeah, don't tell me that.
It's good stuff. We're going to
I'm not.
be drinking some of that stuff. You guys, any big plans as we wrap up for this week? You guys, any, what's the big plans for March Madness? Because I'm gonna have the golf on this weekend, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be watching some NCAA basketball. What are you looking forward to the first weekend of the tournament?
I like to see the upsets. Who's going to be that 12-5 upset?
I think this year you're going to see hopefully a lot of that. I mean, just doesn't feel like you don't have the Duke, you don't have the Kansas, you don't have the.
Michigan State's in a playing game against UCLA,
Yeah.
which
Who's
is
going to be
weird.
the first teams out so that IU can start talking to these coaches?
Well, IU's coach is Loyola, right? So he'll be out in game 2 when he plays Illinois.
You think
Yeah.
that's going to be the guy? What's his name? Chris?
No, Porter Mosley.
Oh, that's it.
And
That's it.
I think if DePaul was smart, DePaul would be knocking on his door right now, because if he goes from the mid-major up to the Big East kind of contract, he'd
Bank.
quadruple his bank account pretty
Yeah.
much, yeah.
Well,
That's what I hope. I hope there's some upsets. It's all a toss-up. I mean,
I'll catch some games. Golf will definitely be on the TV always, all day, like it always is, just because I also like the Honda Classic, especially the finish there. What is that, 17, that par 3? I'd love
You've
to
played
watch.
there, right?
Love to watch that. No, I have not played there.
I thought you played. Oh, Doral. You played in Doral.
Yeah. No, I did not. We didn't play there. We were there, but we didn't play.
We were there,
But
didn't
we,
play. But we played.
one
but
thing,
not there.
we almost, even though this is golf, we've talked about some other random shit. We almost have to talk about like the Andy Dalton signing briefly, right?
No, that's a different
I
totally.
mean, it was
Like,
a big
why?
sign for the Bears. I mean, probably the biggest
Why?
pickup they've had in at least.
I knew they weren't going to trade for Russell Wilson. That they just had to give up too much.
Well,
But
there goes
now
all
they
that.
have Nick
There goes
Foles.
all this whiskey tonight because Michael just ruined my day.
Fired him up.
I got leprechauns dancing in my head, corned beef sandwiches ahead of me.
Do you have some corned beef
Whiskey-
going, or you
whiskey
got a
drinks?
dinner plan?
Mother's house, traditional St. Patrick's
right.
Day. Yeah, we do. We used to have a Southside Irish St. Patrick's Day party. I remember one year we had, she cooked like 50 pounds of corned beef. That's how many people used to come over.
Sounds like a
it's
lot
an
of
event.
corned beef.
It's an event in our family. But average goat stuff, we kind of talked about this before.
Are you changing the subject?
Yeah,
Yes.
you're going back
Oh,
to
yeah.
what people want to
Why,
hear.
you want to talk about corned beef? You want to talk about rye bread, soda bread?
We want to talk about Andy Dalton.
That, like I said, that's a different show. That's a whole nother 2 hours.
The
Well,
Bears haven't had a quarterback in 18, 20 years.
The Bears have never had a quarterback, and if someone says Sid Luckman to me, I'll smack them.
I don't even know who that is.
Exactly.
All right,
So-
average goats. This is what it's about.
It's every guy's kind of dream, or we've all kind of talked about it, when you're coming out of college, oh, it'd be cool to own a sports bar, or, now you're a golfer, you kind of think, man, it would be really, really cool to own your own golf course. Dream of mine, like when you buy that lottery ticket when it's like 800 million, you're like, I would buy this golf course, or I would build this type of golf course. And just get a quick heads up for next week, where our guest is going to be Anthony Munch. He's kind of living that dream. He bought Mini Menez right across the border in Illinois. He's going to join us and kind of go over how this kind of all came together for him, and how he became the new owner over there, and what they've done in the last couple of years, and how big last year was for them. After the COVID restrictions were lifted over in Illinois, how he kind of fell into some golf business was really good last year.
Yeah.
Once you got into the summer for everybody, and that's great for the game.
It is good for the game. And on the golf course last year, it was like life felt normal when you were outside playing golf. It's like one of the only places, that it felt normal last year.
A couple weeks ago, I had the same feeling. I was at a regional basketball game. There were fans there, and the cheerleaders were screaming, and they had a band, and everybody's yelling, and it was just like, finally, some normalcy back.
yeah.
I remember this now after
Yeah.
this terrible year, but I agree. Being on a golf course, I don't think I could have made it through a lockdown like some
Without
people.
being able to play golf.
You had plenty of
Yeah.
brown liquor.
Completely
to get you through.
When they said, hey, true story, when they said that they were closing down the liquor
Oh,
stores.
shit, yeah,
I
you gotta
ran
stock up.
I grabbed a case of vodka, a case of whiskey,
Oh, yeah.
and like 10
What are we
cases of
going to
beer.
do, honey?
That's what I said. I said, if I'm not going to work, I'm done. I'm in the basement, and this is not good. I didn't even care about mixers. I would have figured
No.
that out later.
Yeah.
But yeah, what do you guys? I mean, going on the golf course, that's like the dream, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. It's always been a thought in my head, too. We've actually had patio conversations before, haven't we? Where it would be awesome to own the golf course. And if I ever hit it big where it's, you got
Doable?
plenty of money, it's the first thing I'm doing is snatching up a course or a plot of land to build a course.
Yeah, I go back and I don't even know what I would do. I go back and forth. It would be cool to renovate one. So I've come to the decision I need to win a big one because I'm going to do both. I'm going to renovate one
And build one.
and build one. See both sides of it
Yeah.
and just waste
Yeah.
a bunch of money. But
So would you 36 hole complex then, or you'd have them totally different locations?
I mean, if something came available that I wanted to renovate and with extra room, yeah, absolutely. Or you
Yeah.
know, I might just renovate one and then build two. Who
Build-
knows?
yeah.
You never know.
It would be great.
Pipe dreams.
But yeah, the golf business was good last year. It's nice to see that people are sticking with it. They, I'm sure it developed for some people a quick passion like us, average goats, that they want to get back at it this year. And I hope that they do. I hope people stick with it, support the golf courses, support Mini Maness over there. It's good for the game.
And definitely Sandy Pines. We had them on earlier today, and I thought I'm very excited to see when it's green outside and go down there for a couple times this year and play it to see how the changes actually played out.
Yep.
Yeah,
The reshaping of the fourth green is kind of intriguing to me.
Yeah, I want to see how high it really looks. What they say they elevated it.
Be curious
And
if it's like
two,
a 13th.
They said they filled in a little water there, right? She said that
Bunkers.
pond. No, she said
there was a bunker that came into the water there. Remember?
but I thought she said the water doesn't come out in front.
She
anymore.
moved. They moved it over a little bit, and I think they got rid of that bunker.
So that's a little different look there too.
But will it even be ready by the season?
She said the April dates.
Oh, really?
April
April 10th for one and
for the sixth green and May
May
1st for
something,
the fourth
yeah.
green.
Okay.
Yeah. So no, I'm excited to see that too.
So probably that week right before Memorial Day weekend, it should be rock and rolling before the
Yeah.
real season starts to kick
That's
in.
one of those golf courses where if you got your swing and you're hitting it, you're into the round, or you just completely just don't give two shits.
Oh, it could go off the rails.
Yeah,
real
it goes
quick.
off the rails and you're just hitting them
It
everywhere.
never does, guys.
Oh, give me a
Come
break.
on.
Give me a break. I've
You could
seen
hit
it firsthand.
You could hit irons off the tees.
I
there.
can't wait till this goes to the editing and we get the slow motion cough on that second whiskey of you.
Yeah, it'll be gone.
It's like a kid hitting a cigarette for the
I
first
can't wait
time.
till we get our first round logged as average goats as a group.
I know. I'm excited.
We'll see what the scores are.
Especially with these camera options we have out
Oh,
there
yeah.
right now. It's going to be very, very
Upgrading our
funny.
tech.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
Well, wrapping it up, I look forward to talking to them down at Mini Menez next week for sure, and seeing how we do on our picks for the Honda Classic and everything that happened. Any final thoughts from you guys this week?
Nope.
I
Ready
just-
for the warm weather this weekend. Maybe play some golf.
I need Doug and Ricky to play well. That's it. I need to make some
If,
money.
if they finish 1 and 2, you still won't be in first place.
I know. Isn't that crazy?
I don't think he'll be in second, but that's
Hey,
all right.
gotta start somewhere.
You gotta hook your buddies up once in a while for sure. Well, I wanted to thank you guys. I thought this was a lot of fun, and look forward to talking to you guys next week.
Yep.
See you
Great
guys.
chat.